Enjoy!
Level 0.01 inches. The exit. Level 0.01 is a sub-level located between Level 0 and Level 1 of the Backrooms. Level 0.01 is frequently mistaken for being a legitimate exit back into reality. The level's physical appearance is mundane, however, its layout is highly anomalous. It consists of a seemingly infinite looping hallway, papered with the same wallpaper as Level 0. Every 50 miles, the hallway turns left into a new hallway. However, all of Level 0.01 feet's hallways are copies of each other. As a result of this repeating effect, it is possible to leave an item on the floor in one hallway, just to encounter it again when you turn into the next hallway. Just like its parent level, Level 0.01 is entirely still and devoid of life. Strangely, one seems to be able to survive for long periods of time on relatively low amounts of food here. Level 0.1. Despite the general layout and structural design of Level 0.1 being quite similar to Level 0, the level holds many distinct differences. Level 0.1 seems to have a generally red and orange tint, including its decaying wallpaper and similarly decrepit carpeting. This level exhibits a unique property which makes it become significantly more derelict and destroyed the further one travels. For instance, the gleaming red fluorescent lights will, over time, begin to shatter, with glass shards lying on the carpet. Certain ceiling tiles will be missing. Having seemingly fallen out, the tinted wallpaper will slowly tear, seemingly having been shredded by an unknown being. According to several documented explorations of Level 0.1, wanderers may begin to experience heavy onset feelings of paranoia and dread after extended periods of time spent traversing the level. Level 0.1 Danger Zone. Despite the general layout and structural design of Level 0.1 being quite similar to Level 0, the level holds many distinct differences. Level 0.1 seems to have a generally red and orange tint, including its decaying wallpaper and similarly decrepit carpeting. This level exhibits a unique property which makes it become significantly more derelict and destroyed the further one travels. For instance, the gleaming red fluorescent lights will, over time, begin to shatter, with glass shards lying on the carpet. Certain ceiling tiles will be missing. Having seemingly fallen out, the tinted wallpaper will slowly tear, seemingly having been shredded by an unknown being. According to several documented explorations of Level 0.1, wanderers may begin to experience heavy onset feelings of paranoia and dread after extended periods of time spent traversing the level. Level 0.11 Water damage. Level 0.11 is a damp and rotting maze of yellow-walled carpet corridors, with an occasional but small open room scattered throughout. The level is randomly generated upon entry similarly to Level 0, but is confirmed to be of finite size. The carpet is heavily waterlogged with an unidentifiable liquid that reaches over ankle depth in some areas, and carries a moldy stench that can cause difficulty breathing. The ceiling is stained a sickly brown, bowed and sagging from the weight of more liquid, and riddled with tears and cracks that drip down into the level. The wallpaper is covered in mold and peeling away, revealing sturdy but occasionally rotting drywall underneath. The level has no visible light sources, but despite this, is always dimly lit in the vicinity of the wanderer, with the longer corridors fading into darkness in the distance. The light has never been observed going out, so wanderers can expect consistent visibility in the level and are safe to enter without a lantern or torch. Level 0.41 Disease. Level 0.41 is another one of those unfortunate cases, a level whose structure cannot handle itself. The general appearance of this case is relatively similar to Level 0, but the typical mono-yellow walls are darkened and replaced with a smudged, green-yellow color. The walls of what once was level 0 have since decayed from their time in life, now seem to be cracked and misshapen. Bending and twisting. The monotone wallpaper is now ripped and smeared with a poorly rendered version of liquid paint that is easy to identify as the once red liquid now looks like a puddle or splotch of decayed and glitched fuzz clinging to walls or pooled on the bare floor. Level 0.5, chaotic structure, level 0. 5 consists of an endless series of randomly segmented cubic, rectangular solids, all completely covered in carpets in varying shades of blue. The composition of these solids is unknown, as the carpet seems to be unbreakable, but they are believed to be made out of some kind of metal. Notably, most carpets have straight black lines of varying thicknesses. All lines are parallel to the edge of the solid they are on, and often have gaps. It is believed these gaps contain hidden messages, but attempts to translate them have failed, with one exception. Level 0. 7. Claustrophobia. Level 0.7, colloquially known as claustrophobia, distorted halls, or the dark lobby, is a sub-level of level 0. It is largely similar to level 0, but differs from it in many aspects. The most notable difference is the lack of lighting in the majority of areas in this level. The walls appear identical to the ones found in level 0, except with a large accumulation of grime and mold. Biological assessments have revealed the mold to be identical to several types of mold found in the front rooms. Another notable difference from level 0 is the average height of the walls. They appear to be around 1.85 times taller than the ones found in level 0. Level 0. 8. The flooded lobby. There are peculiar and out-of-place objects in the narrow rooms of level 0.8. For example, there are wooden rafts, ceiling tiles, tip pillars, and sunken paddle boats. You can find almond water and liquid paint in small closed compartments of the said paddle boats. Level 0. 95. Static. Level 0.95 is not well documented due to the inconsistency of its entry. It consists of a seemingly infinite amount of monochrome rooms, the geometry of which being unstable and inconsistent. The sound of static can be heard constantly throughout the sublevel, the source of which is believed to be from an entity known as haze. As soon as a wanderer enters level 0.95, any rooms they were currently viewing will instantaneously turn black and white, all sound will stop, replaced by static. And any rooms leading from this will now be the rooms of level 0.95. The further one travels, the more unstable the level gets, until the sub-level is rendered entirely non-Euclidean. All objects within this sub-level are completely without feel, as if they were not there, and are completely smooth and featureless. The cause of this lack of feeling is unknown. Level 1.1, Lurking Danger. Level 1. 1 is composed of various building types but mainly around its parent level's architectural design of being a warehouse. However, variability is very noticeable within the infinite regions found in this level. Parts of the level can appear as a clean office-like appearance with carpeted floors, unfinished with noticeable presence of plywood and fiberglass insulation, industrious appearance of level 1. Or the maintenance spaces like in level 2. Level 1.5 inches Decidophobia. Level 1.5, also known as decidophobia, is a series of corridors with different staircases connecting them, reaching a total of 10 corridors. Each corridor is approximately 30 meters long, with an average of 5 doors at each side, making a total of 10 doors per standard corridor. This level appears to be constructed in cement. However, any attempt to break any wall or door inside this level has failed as the building appears to be indestructible. Despite that, the building still appears to be in a weak state, even though any sort of damage is impossible to be applied. Level 2.1, Steampunk Corridors. Level 2. One materializes as an enormous steampunk corridor, with some industrial appliances dotted randomly around the level. One might pick up sounds of a large machine vibrating in the distance. This machine, if one has strayed too close, can heat the surrounding air up to temperatures of up to 374 degrees Celsius. Upon arrival, one will be greeted with a completely silent atmosphere. Meeting another wanderer is rare, but not impossible. If one catches sight of another individual, it is most likely to be a skin stealer's attempting to trick one into coming close to it, then it will immediately kill one upon sight. There's a circumstance where the appliances ceased working and slowly the sunshine behind you will cause aversion. For unspecified justifications, it will instantly begin a multitude of commodities. Level 2. 1 is furthermore understood for its hardness to infiltrate, as you must possess the subsequent traits. As the level contains many mind traps and puzzles, one must have equal or more brainpower to traverse the level. One must also have quick reflexes to dodge entities and/or traps. Level 2.21. Faulty lighting. Level 2.21, also known by the title of faulty lighting, is a series of hallways, each with varying dimensions and content. Each corridor shares multiple features, such as the presence of unevenly distributed light bulbs installed on the ceiling, the monotone yellow walls accompanied by the brown, wooden floor, and the random placement of doors that lead to eerily quiet bedrooms. Level 2.21 has numerous hazards, physically and psychologically, both of which are equally treacherous to the irregular grid of the sublevel. The geometry and structure of Level 2.21 is concluded to be simply non-Euclidean, making any attempts of cartography impossible. Level 2.4, Gated Corridors. Level 2.4 is an expansive complex of brick hallways with concrete floors and a white concrete ceiling. It is illuminated by white lights attached to the ceiling. Metal gates can be found throughout the level, with some being locked shut. Occasionally, common entities such as a hound or faceling can be found lurking behind these gates, so it is advised to be cautious when entering through such. Wanderers should always take time to listen for the sound's potential entities, and be prepared for a swift response to any threats. Level 3.24, Sleek Voltage. Level 3.24 is a giant system of cables, sockets, and small pipes, fleshing out the entire building. Similar to Level 3 and Level 0, it warps into many directions and segments, looping wanderers and making it hard to traverse, but it is not as confusing as its parent level. Level 3.4, The Outage. Level 3.4 is an expanse, nestled within the corners of Level 3's confines, lurking within the deepest sections of the electrical station. Its confines are notorious for being immensely perilous to interlopers, yet far from understood. Level 4.3, The Cubicles. Level 4.3 is an often white, endless office filled with cubicles, with several hallways connecting between different areas of cubicles. A thick white fog subsists within this level at all times, the source of which is unknown. Cubicles within Level 4.3 contain black office chairs, pencils, pencil sharpeners, tables, laptops, rarely with any charged capacitors, and most importantly almond water, making Level 4.3 ideal for finding resources. In certain areas of Level 4.3, a multitude of load-bearing walls can be found grouped closely together. These walls can be broken, but breaking them does not appear to affect the structural integrity of Level 4.3 as a whole. Level 4.5, The Found Place. On December 24, 2022, the found place is discovered. It looks like an office room with white walls. There is fog interspersed throughout the level. There is a void visible out of the windows. The ceiling is rushed a bit. In the photo, there is an empty room without any doors. The floor is black and made of concrete. It is slippery too. The found place consists of rooms with consistent architecture, but it looks broken a bit. Sometimes in the corridors, there will be gray walls. Still, every room on this level does not look the same as the other rooms on the same level. Some rooms have computers since the 1990s. If you try to use it, it will explode. Even if there are no entities, they most likely exist. The atmosphere at this level is very different from others in the backrooms. It is much colder. The temperature fluctuates between 13 degrees Celsius and 8 degrees Celsius. At the entrance of the level, there will be a door in front of you. You can sometimes hear the voices of people, but don't trust them. On the found place, there is working time. At this level, you don't even want to sleep. The ceiling is 2 meters up. The overall size of the found place is currently unknown. Level 4.99, Office of Doom, Level 4.99. Also known as the Office of Doom, is an expansive office building similar in structure and design to its parent level, Level 4. However, the whole level is at an advanced state of disrepair, and the level is covered in a red hue. Additionally, the level has objects that can be found within normal office buildings. This includes chairs, desks, documents, and many more. The level does not have any kind of light, except the starting room, though some lights used to emit a red hue. They got destroyed following Incident 01A. All the windows, also except the starting room, are entities. The level also has empty rooms. Though it is rare. Level 5.5, Eerie Victorian Mansion. Level 5.5 is a sublevel located within Level 5. This sublevel takes on the appearance of an old Victorian mansion of indeterminate size. The mansion is covered in a thin layer of dust that makes it look as if it hasn't been inhabited in weeks. It's not recommended to come here if the dust gives you severe allergies. We are not responsible for any allergies you catch while here. The entire mansion is lit by high-quality porcelain and gold chandeliers, with candles that seem to never go out completely. All the lighting in the sublevel consists of only candles, without any electricity. Although Wi-Fi is still available, this Wi-Fi is very slow. As slow as dial-up internet. Level 6.1, the shack rooms. Level 6.1, frequently referred to as the snack rooms, is composed of an expansive structure resembling a food court. The level is distinct in that it is one of the only existing human-made backrooms levels. Initially, it was merely a minuscule concrete platform. However, through several MEG operations, it has developed into a lively, complex location that supplies wanderers with any meal conceivable. It contains countless unique culinary establishments, each with its own distinctive characteristics and menus. The eateries are often run by docile entities that otherwise would exhibit extreme hostility. Level 6.3, Darkened Catwalk. Level 6.3 takes on the appearance of a catwalk, primarily made of metal, in a perpetually rainy environment. The catwalk also seems to have metal handrails that extend with the catwalk's direction and position. It stretches infinitely, though occasionally twists and turns would make their way into the level's pathway as well. Street lamps appear on the side of the footway, oftentimes flickering due to the rainy environment. Similarly to its parent level, Level 6, this level is also incredibly dark. However, the street lights serve themselves as a light source, unlike its parent level, which is completely dark. Level 6.5, Blinding Lights. Level 6.5 is a sub-level notorious for its sheer brightness and strange optical qualities, in direct opposition to Level 6. The light sources here make it practically impossible to navigate through the sub-level. When one enters this level, one's eyes will be almost blinded by an intense wave of high-amplitude electromagnetic radiation that originates from unknown sources in all directions. Further investigation has revealed it emits all frequencies of visible light equally, thus making it a pure white shade. The light is overwhelming to the point one will not be able to distinguish one's own hands from the surrounding environment. Level 6. 9. The darkest hour, level 6.9, are commonly referred to as the darkest hour, dates back to May of 2004. Not much is known about the level except for a few wanderers' vague descriptions. These vague descriptions range from an endless expanse of nothing to a pitch-black abyss that harbors a creature. This creature is never described, as the darkness prevents wanderers from identifying it. One thing all wanderers agree on is that they always meet Mortis Abelson. The MEG decided to warn wanderers about the potential danger of this vague level. There was one who, unfortunately, did not get a warning. Level 7. 1. Submechanophobia. Level 7.1 consists of the same peculiar and aquatic nature as Level 7, considering that this is a subdivision. This body of water spans out for eternity. The ocean is saltier and can be polluted with plastic floating against the surface than its parenting level. Tides move slower from the lack of wind speed, and the waters, whether underneath or not, are mainly brimmed with man-made objects and shipwrecks. The waves are more smoother than most open seas, and the sky is always nighttime with a moderate amount of clouds. And although the necessity of clouds is supposed to contain liquid, rainfalls do not occur at any time of the sub-level. The weather conditions are very vague. Thunderstorms hardly happen in the duration of level 7.1, but are allegedly a rare phenomena. The horizon can change pigments and darker shades of blue in the atmosphere between intervals without any knowledgeable reason. Level 7. 2 inches Megalohydrothalassophobia. Level 7.2 consists of an ocean similar to level 7. Akin to main level, this body of water seems to span infinitely. The turbulent water is occasionally overlaid with thick white foam, in contrast to the peaceful water of level 7. Storms appear every few hours with gray clouds accompanying them. These clouds always give the appearance of rain, yet never do despite their appearance. During a storm, one can hear the sound of rain falling out of the gray cloud, yet none does. The skies are always concealed by a thick array of gray storm clouds looming over anyone who looks above. Level 7.7, the Forsaken Debris, Level 7. 7's main feature is its grand, large rock located at one point of a vast and calm ocean. At the top of the natural formation, under an empty sky, there lies a desolate building. This building resembles a lighthouse. And no matter where one points their view at, there is no trace of any living forms. Level 8.2, Xanthus Caverns, Level 8.2, otherwise known as Xanthus Caverns, is one of the only sub-levels situated between Level 8 and Level 9. This level is confirmed to be directly connected with Level 8 as both levels depict a large, subterranean space, as well as the presence of multiple entities which frequent to inhabit areas of the level, with the only differences which separate Level 8 2 from Level 8, being the true hazards of the level more focused on the level's environmental properties instead of the entities themselves. Level 8. 4. Shining Caves. Level 8.4 is an expansive cave system, similar to Level 8 in appearance. The cave on its own is a dark place, however it has blue, shiny gems. The gems are small and highly appear in the level. They emit a shiny blue light, which is able to light up most of the areas. Level 8.4 is similar to a pit cave. The level is assumed to have 46,201 kilometers in height. Unlike Level 8, Level 8.4 is a very silent level, having an average of -5.4 decibels in most areas. However, in certain areas, gems that emit a brighter color are able to emit glitzer sounds. Level 8.55 Caved in. The tunnels in Level 8.55 are narrow and unstable, with a high potential for collapse, which can trap anyone who happens to be wandering through the space. The wooden supports that hold up the walls and ceiling have been consumed by intense mold growth, which can cause severe health complications, especially for those with respiratory issues. The mold infestation has created a thick layer of dust that covers the walls and floor, making it difficult to breathe and adding to the already oppressive atmosphere of the level. Level 9.11, lighter suburban, level 9. 11 appears to be a crowded suburban area that houses parks, houses and abandoned stores, as can be discerned. The streets of level 9. 11 lack common features such as streetlights that seem to appear infrequently. However, signposts seem to be more recurring at times and several non-functional cars can be seen on the sidewalk of the road. The said cars can be fixed to function, though they will usually not travel very far after being fixed. Level 9.2, cul-de-sac chaos, level 9.2. Often known as cul-de-sac chaos, consists of an unending series of cul-de-sacs stretching as far as the eye can see. The streets are constantly enveloped by a thick layer of fog, making it impossible to see more than a few steps in either direction. This level is said to be particularly dangerous, as it is easy to get lost and wander aimlessly through the streets for hours, or even days, on end. Level 9.42, the interstellar neighborhood, level 9. 42 is what one could also call the interstellar neighborhood, because its sky is that of a cosmos flooded with stars and galaxies. There have also been reports of planets in the skies of level 9.42. Plants seem to also flourish on this level quicker than other levels. The internet connection is active in this level, with the network being named Galaxy 5, and the password is Nightgazer. The houses here look like that of classic houses with slanted roofs and single garages. The neighborhood's main road goes on for a seemingly infinite distance, however. There have been a few reports of the road leading to a restaurant with an unknown name. One odd occurrence about this level is that most lights, vehicles and other man-made things vary between the colors pink, purple, and violet. This level can sometimes rain, with the rain being in a glowing color of purple, pink and other colors of the such. There is a mountain in the western area of the neighborhood that has a telescope and blanket. The view you get from the telescope is extraordinary, with almost the entire galaxy being visible in a bright display of stars, planets, and colors. In some rare occasions a Faseling can be seen on top of the mountain viewing the stars, however. All attempts to go meet him have failed as he runs away in fear. One of the houses is a log cabin that has a purple campfire warming the house. The cabin looks like a typical cabin with an outhouse, dead animals being shown on the walls, and a bed made out of a comfortable material. The inside of the restaurant at the end of the street resembles a 1980s diner with neon purple lights and a bar with bar stools. Above the bar is a menu with different varieties of burgers, drinks, desserts, and other food items. Car alarms can sometimes go off when getting close to them, however, instead of a basic horn sound, it is replaced with a horn mixed with soft music that is hypnotic, is some way, as most wanderers report getting inside the car and just listening to it for hours. Level 9.8, Insanity Circle. Upon entering sub-level 9.8, one will find themselves in a purported small, moving vehicle that revolves around a dimly lit suburb in a circle constantly. It seems to be a singular tramcart vehicle that only has around 10 to 15 seats inside. They are completely empty. The seats are a washed out, filthy, dusty stained blue and are placed around the sides within the vehicle. The discolored seats face north with a petite walkway going through the middle. Furthermore, there are two elongated lights that stretch through the central part of the compact cart, which are vaguely lit, making it easy to examine the scene. Outside, at the back of the cart, there is a conductor's room which consists of a static, cracked screen in the middle of the dashboard with numerous buttons around the side. Each button has a different color and symbol attached to it. Level 10.2 Perdition Plains. Level 10.2, often known by the moniker Perdition Plains, is a vast, open area of grasslands and fields, covered by a dense, humid fog that often glows a deep orange hue. The sub-level is in a perpetual state of nighttime, meaning the plains are only illuminated by old-fashioned lampposts which glow a warm light, giving the level its menacing reddish coloration. Level 10.4, Hilford County. Level 10.4 is an expansive, vegetational lush environmental terrain expanding interminably. The level consists of an unspecified amount of wheat fields. Contrary to what may be thought, the wheat present within the wheat fields are safe for consumption and safekeeping. It is noted due to several health factors. Cleansing the wheat before consumption sanitarily is crucial to prevent unwanted illnesses from manifesting. Moreover, the landscape will seamlessly transition into a green, natural environment on occasions, eventually reverting into its prototypical state, being the indefinite patches of wheat fields. Deviating from the wheat fields are diverse vegetation which can be found commonly alongside the aforementioned wheat fields. Fruits possess the opportunity to grow on these aforementioned vegetation, although they have a high chance of being contaminated with what appears to be ammonium nitrate, being unsafe for consumption and detonating on contact of a high-temperature object. 10.5 Storm Chaser. Level 10.5 resembles a prairie, most similar to the ones in southern Canada, that is about to experience a thunderstorm. Nevertheless, the impending thunderstorm is frozen in place. There are sounds of thunder, gray skies, cumulonimbus clouds in the distance, and occasional raindrops, yet the storm never arrives. Strong, merciless winds blow across the rolling hills with wind speed ranging from the high 20 km per hour range to the low 40 km per hour range. Wind speeds can rarely reach a gale and serve as a serious impediment to a wanderer's journey throughout this level. The temperature usually fluctuates between 0 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. The felt temperature will usually be lower due to wind. Level 10. 7. Snowfield. Snowstorms chatter within as Level 10.7 nestles itself in between Level 10 and Level 11. Level 10.7, better known as Snowfield, presents itself as bare pastures of wheat and barley set in snow. All of the wheat seems to be of the same species. Fields present themselves similar to that of a rolling prairie and have little to no trees in the immediate vicinity and are suspected to be infinite. The wheat and barley in Level 10.7 are dead and provide no sustenance similar to its parent level, meaning that there are no immediate sources of nourishment in this level. The horizon and sky always appear as hazy shades of gray that never clear or show any signs of celestial bodies beyond them. Level 11. 1. The aesthetic city. Level 11.1 resembles a city similar to the one in Level 11, with the addition of being very aesthetic. There is no daylight cycle, with the time seemingly being always night. On certain occasions, it is possible to see planets from the solar system in the sky, although the reason behind such a phenomenon is unknown. The level features cafes, houses, restaurants, stores and beaches, much like Level 11. Additionally, music similar to the lo-fi genre can be emitted from the buildings. There has been no specific origin found for the music, with it emanating throughout the buildings uniformly. It is also to note that this music brings a sense of relaxation and comfort to those who listen. Level 11.11, The Flooded City. Level 11 takes place in a large, modern city, albeit with signs of plant overgrowth. The deepest parts of this level are always flooded, mainly due to the regular flooding that occurs in the level. The level has a size of 518.5 square kilometers. It includes a business district, 2 residential districts, an industrial district, and many smaller neighborhoods, alongside other suburban areas and other major cities. The main city is known as Delmopan. Level 11.5, Old Town. Level 11.5 is similar to Level 11, however. It resembles a non-Euclidean infinite rural town located next to farmlands. Throughout the level, you will find small houses. Businesses such as coffee shops, retail stores, and small office buildings. All buildings in this level are less than 5 stories high, giving it the feeling of a small town. Inside the businesses you will find about half are stocked with supplies you would find in the store. The other half are empty, with no items inside. Electricity runs throughout the level. Some areas of level 11.5, although weak, actually have Wi-Fi signal. In homes, you will find furniture, kitchen appliances, heaters, and basic household items. A weird property of this level is that not a single home has a bathroom. Level 18.1, a place to rest, level 18. 1 is a sublevel in between level 18 and level 19, closely related to level 18 due to some of its properties that occurs within the level. Level 18.1 appears to be a massive board of shiny vinyl planks of infinite length and a couple meters wide, with 2 smaller sections adjacent to the left and right side of the board barely offset downwards, with these smaller sections being a darker color. This architecture resides within what resembles the void, or at least a safe one since the vinyl appears to be a static object, not falling from gravity. On each section adjacent to the aforementioned plank is an infinite row of beds, with the back of the beds facing outwards into the void. Level 18.2, Paranoid Ambush. Level 18.2 resembles a defunct daycare under renovation. The daycare consists of rooms with colored plaster walls, old, dirty carpet, and absolutely no light or electricity at all. The rooms mostly contain typical daycare utilities, old and dusty toys, child indoor swings and playgrounds, and decaying wooden tables and chairs. The walls are covered in neglected depictions of animals and children, as well as other scenes, while the ceilings are usually made of concrete or ceiling tiles. The playrooms and canteens are connected by old corridors, with posters on the walls and old wooden benches on their sides. Level 19.1, Room Service. Level 19.1, or more colloquially termed as room service, is an enclosed space, which is described to be a small hotel room, supposedly located in a suburban area. A common size of level 19. 1 is typically around 3 meters, 9.8 feet, in height, 25 meters, 75.4 feet, in length and 3 meters, 118.11 inches, in width, though size varies between instances. General furnishing of level 19.1 commonly includes 2 tables, one located beside the bed, a large bed supposedly intended to accommodate the space for 2 individuals at once, and a singular lamp atop the bedside table. A singular window can be found adjacent to the bed with wooden blinds, which can be found to display imagery somewhat akin to level 9. This adjacent space cannot be entered, as any attempts of damaging or breaching the oppression of the windows are fruitless. Level 20. 1. Ceaseless Dystopia. Level 20.1, otherwise known as the Ceaseless Dystopia, appears to be a warehouse of indeterminate size, contained within a larger, less documented area, which can be best described as a dark alleyway, shrouded in a dark mist. Reports dating back to the 1940s also point towards level 20.1 always having taken on a modern appearance. Most wanderers who have entered the confines of this level are left with some form of mental scarring, and have described the level as strangely Orwellian, with dead shades of gray and black being dominant throughout, and with no clear sign of life present anywhere within the level. Level 20. 6. The darkened storage units, more formally known as the darkened storage units, or simply as the storage units, is a vast collection of storage units that don't bear too many difference from those in the front rooms. As the level's name suggests, the level is almost devoid of light, with the exception of an occasionally lit fluorescent light bulb or a glowing exit sign. Any light sources manually brought onto the level will function poorly for unknown reasons. For example, a flashlight would seem to work, but the light it emits is significantly weak, and it will flicker very often. However, any form of lighting that utilizes fire, like candles, will work for a certain amount of time before being suddenly blown out by a sudden wind in the level. In addition to the darkness, a fog also covers the level, contributing to the lack of proper visibility on the level. Upon entry, wanderers often report an odor that slightly resembles that of fresh paint. Level 28. 1. West Institute of Galvanism, despite initially appearing deceptively similar to the level it bleeds into. This chthonic labyrinth of cyclopean machine and sprawling laboratories possesses several distinctions justifying its sub-level category, becoming increasingly more apparent the deeper one travels. The attentive eye will catch upon the age of this place on the grimy walls vandalized with the disjointed anatomical sketches of a madman's life's work, the wearing faces of the neglected breaker boxes huddled in dead ends, and on the lips of the rusted mouths of thick lead pipes supporting the weight of the world above, running down into the steadily declining and poorly lit depths. But the most important distinctions are less about the machines and more about that which flows through them. Level 37.06 inches. The darkness poolrooms. Level 37.06, also known as the darkened poolrooms, is what appears to be an infinitely large complex that lacks a proper, consistent architectural structure. The walls, floor, and roofs of the sublevel are covered in small, dark blue tiles that prove to be incredibly durable. Like its parent level, Level 37, the sublevel is flooded but with an unknown substance. This liquid, and officially dubbed as liquid darkness, is able to absorb almost all light, making its appearance pure black. Consequently, the liquid is able to cover any hazards that hide below the water's surface. Expectedly, there are a large amount of dangers camouflaged beneath the rippling sea of liquid darkness. A constant breeze flows through Level 37.06 at all times, presumably the cause of the constant undulation of the sea of darkness. This gust is theorized to be the cause for the low temperatures of the sublevel. A faint smell of chlorine lingers in the air, possibly from the liquid darkness of the sublevel. Level 37.1, the deep end. Level 37.1 is often seen as an extension of its main level, Level 37. It shares the magnitude of the main pool complex, with haphazardly separated rooms and intricate architecture, more often than not presenting chaotic patterns throughout the level. While the design remains constant, every room contains a different detail or ostensible purpose, contrasting with others. While some sections barely have enough water to be considered a pool, others are overly submerged, seeming to have flooded completely, with the deepest recorded areas reaching almost 40 meters deep. Level 37.2, the swimming hall. Level 37.2 is an expansive labyrinth of tiled halls and public showers. The humidity in this level is very high, and as a result a dense fog usually covers various rooms in the level. The showers also tend to be on with the water either freezing cold or dangerously hot. The tiled floor is also covered in a very thin layer of water and is constantly slippery as a result. As a result of the high humidity in this level, pneumonia is very commonly caught by wanderers who linger in this level for too long. Aside from the humid halls and showers, there are also rooms with pools in them. These pools can range from simple kiddie pools sitting in the center of the room to overly opulent lake-like pools that are surrounded by golden statues of various entities and shapes. These pools are sometimes filled with either regular water or almond water. But the vast majority of pools in this level are filled with an anomalous opaque liquid. This liquid, depending on what color it is, has various anomalous effects on living organisms that are not native to the level. Level 37.37, Pipe Pools, Level 37.37. Also known as pipe pools, consists of an isometric-like space, with 4 large pipes leading into a pool containing water that will often flow in waves. The pool also appears to never overflow. Despite being constantly full, one of the pipes, when slid down, will cause a wanderer to hit the stair railing. Thus, it is advised to be careful when entering this level so one doesn't get hurt. A small balcony without a fence is located off to the right of the pool. A small bump right next to the entrance of the balcony usually goes unnoticed by wanderers. So wanderers should be careful of this bump if they wish to go on the balcony. The outside will always present itself as a pale blue, cloudless sky. There is no sun to be seen in this level, although you still feel warmth as if it were there. This level smells like willow, even to wanderers who have an inability to smell. How this happens is unknown. In between the balcony and the pool is a staircase leading to a bright white light. Going to the white light has been noted to take you either back to level 37, or one of its sub-levels, not including this one. The chances for all of the exits this way are equal. Level 37.44, the Frostbitten Pools. This level is, for a lack of a better word, broken. Those who enter it are met with nothing but an endless non-Euclidean expanse of rotting, frozen-over pools. The creeping infection of the singularity has covered the pools, erasing all matter, absorbing almost every last bit of heat, and leaving nothing but an indescribable void. Level 37.5, Liminal Illusion. The lukewarm pools inside the rooms extend indefinitely. White ceramic tiles cover the pools and white concrete walls. The structures generate random patterns, causing the rooms to have an odd shape, with multiple structures on the ceiling obscuring sunlight, leaving areas left behind in the darkness. The light reflected on the water changed the color of the surrounding areas to cyan. Level 37.6 inches Subfinity. As you enter the purple gate, you notice that level 37.6 appears to be similar to level 37, but the water is only 1 foot deep. And instead of the walls being made out of ceramic, they are made out of very expensive concrete. This level does not have large rooms like the pool rooms. Instead, it is made out of an infinite series of hallways, made out of arches decorated with expansive tropical plants. The floor looks exactly the same as level 37. Sometimes, though, large rooms can be found that resemble wedding rooms. Level 37.7 inches Centrifugals. Level 37.7 consists of a large water park-like complex, mostly filled with water bowl slides and spherical water slides. The water park is divided into 3 zones. Level 37.8, Drained Depths. Level 37.8, also known as Drained Depths, is a vast and interconnected complex of white tiled rooms and corridors, entirely devoid of any fluids. Throughout the level, there is a noticeable degree of variability in both the dimensions and architectural structure of the various areas. This variability ranges from standard pools and hallways to more open, unconventionally shaped areas, all of which are void of any fluids. The walls, ceilings, and floors of the level are entirely constructed from a homogeneous white ceramic tile that remains entirely uniform in color. This tile presents a remarkably impeccable appearance, as each tile is identical to its neighbors. with no observable flaws or defects on their polished surfaces, lending to an unsettling atmosphere. Level 37. 91. The cooler poolrooms. This level contains all the necessary to be a perfect level in the description of a few wanderers that entered the level and were interviewed by MEG. When one enters the level, it may go unnoticed as it will slowly do a transformation, or transition, effect, meaning that it will slowly turn from the level you were before to level 37.91. Trying to walk back during the transformation of the level will result in you hitting a wall and forcing you to walk deeper into the level. Once you fully enter the level, the properties of said one will start to present. Level 37. 95. Ambiguous poolrooms. Such a rejuvenating experience leaves one feeling fully functional and energized while promoting physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Even the most modern and advanced technological devices, such as the latest smartphones, cannot replicate the unadulterated splendor and awe of experiencing this natural paradise firsthand. Spending a day near such a body of water can be an immensely tranquil and soothing experience, allowing one to decompress. The level provides a feeling of. Level 85.1 is a vast, desolate suburb with comparable architecture to its parent level. Level 85.1, liquidated town. Level 85.1 is a vast, desolate suburb with comparable architecture to its parent level. The level seems to duplicate itself each time a wanderer enters, creating an isolating effect. Upon entry, the first thing wanderers are certain to notice is the flooded ground. The substance that forms a shallow sea across the sublevel resembles a type of beer from the front rooms. Despite the tempting urge to take a sip from the beverage sea, it is highly discouraged due to the possible existence of harmful bacteria. As time passes, the liquid would gradually become sticky as a result of it drying up, as it clings to the unfortunate wanderer. The existence of the sea of beer comes with a heavy, unbearable odor that slightly resembles vomit, present in every nook and cranny of the level. Further analysis has led to the conclusion that the higher one's altitude is on the sublevel, the weaker the smell becomes. Level 188. 1. The roofless courtyard. Level 188.1 has an identical layout to its parent level, Level 188. The main difference is that the roof has been replaced by blue skies and clouds. The level has a day-to-night cycle similar to the one on Earth in the front rooms. When it's day, the sky will be blue as usual, and when it's night, the sky will turn dark and the stars will appear. The top floor roof is also missing, being replaced with a sky as well. During the night, people said they saw comets, planes, and a moon. This could mean that there is a civilization outside of the court, and then only in the courtyard. Weather conditions also occur at the level, such as rain, wind, and lighting. Level 188.3, the outer complex, Level 188. 3 is showing the enclosed edifice of Level 188. The main building, seen in mentioned level, marks the center of this level, which its entire perimeter measures around 5 kilometers in radius and has the forest and thick fog marking the edge. The forest gets more impenetrable the further one ventures out until the fog turns completely opaque and the forest into a wall of wood. These trees are dead leafless trees with plastic-like bark and properties. The whole level is covered in fog and stays at night presumably forever. The average temperature outside the buildings is around 5 degrees Celsius, which makes one's winter jacket an important tool to survive on this level. Level 188. 8. The flooded windows. Level 188.8 is an enclosed edifice that resembles a hotel, similar to Level 188. However, the central courtyard of the level is flooded with water. Don't let the level's appearance nor the ambience deceive you. As a matter of fact, this level is quite the opposite of solitude. The hydrolytus plague lurks within the water, therefore, is not safe to drink. In addition, the water is for the most part stagnant and is around -2 degrees Celsius, although for whatever reason the ambience from level 37 is audible here. Furthermore, the water enters the level from a waterfall found in the central courtyard, but the water's origins are unclear, with some suggesting it originates from level 37. Level 188.8 somewhat appears to be a combination of level 188 and level 37, as the walls that surround the center are constructed from the same white ceramic tiles found in level 37. This has led to theories arising regarding the sub-level, the most prominent theory being an immense portion of level 188 colliding with a portion of level 37, thus creating level 188.8. Though, there hasn't been any evidence backing up this theory aside from the sub-level's appearance. Unlike level 188, level 188 8 contains more windows on each wall that are often obscured by blinds, albeit they can be visible from time to time. Entry to the interior of the building is harder, but still possible. One can enter inside via an emergency door, or via a broken window that is submerged under the water. The inside of the building is also constructed with white ceramic tiles, level 276. 1. Interstellar, level 276.1, otherwise known as interstellar, resembles a spherical air layer surrounding anti-gravitational pieces of continents in a vacuum space with a small amount of interstellar dust floating around. The floating islands are interconnecting with stable, half-transparent wormholes that by some means allow humans to breathe inside. Inside the islands are usually large repetitive structures that are either repeating themselves or are absolutely symmetrical. Some of the islands exhibit vegetation, while most of them come from the front rooms. Other unknown species are present. Some of the plant species are venomous or emit toxic gas which can damage the lungs of a human. None of them brings life threats, and the effects will fade away slowly after losing direct contact. However, prolonged contact can make one extremely sick. If one feels dizzy while standing near plant, it is strongly advised to stay away and report the plant to MEG authorities. Level 338. 1. Wrong invitation. Level 338.1 appears to be an abandoned non-Euclidean party house. The general structure of level 338. 1 is similar to that of its parent level, level 338, with some differences that make it slightly stick out. Level 399. 1. Dilapidated limbo. Rather than being a luscious, habitable place, level 399.1 is comprised of a dark, run-down, dilapidated recreational center, with almost no safe exits in sight. Level 399.1 is divided into 3 distinct areas. Level 399.3 inches Barron clouds. Level 399. 3 consists of an infinite plane of different colored clouds, varying from white to light blue, light purple, light orange, or pink. Level 433. 2. Testing area 35 inches. Level 433.2 appears to be a maze made out of rooms with white concrete walls, either light gray or brown tiled floor and fluorescent lighting, mainly with the color white or yellow. It doesn't resemble its parent level at all, but it is proven to still be connected to it, through for example sounds originating from level 433 coming out of the walls. Different furniture can be found on the level, like desks or shelves. There are often sightings of balloons randomly laying on the ground. The reason of this is unknown. Rarely, an area can be found with zero lighting. Such places have been confirmed that it didn't contain any extra amounts of entities present before the entities were exterminated from the level. The level is confirmed to be finite and goes on for 2 kilometers square. The level has been taken over by the MEG for the research of an object found on this level designated Unknown Liquid 21. The liquid has unusual properties. More on the topic of this object can be found below on this page. Other objects as well as water and food resources can also be rarely found. The level has a resources respawn effect, meaning that any type of resources or object naturally found on this level will clone themselves and reappear in a different place while the original object was moved from its original location. This effect grants this level a technical infinite number of resources needed for human survival. Anyone not affiliated with the MEG entering this level has to be arrested and relocated away from the area. The level is also used as an archive for MEG documents. Internet connection here is really strong, and is used by the local staff to communicate with other MEG outposts across the Backrooms. Level 606. 1. Desert of Nightmares, Level 606.1, informally referred to as the Desert of Nightmares, is a seemingly infinite desert somewhat resembling its parent level. However, sand dunes are noticeably less common and much more flat. Due to this, one has better overall visibility to distant areas of the level. Level 666.1. Modern Hospital, Level 666.1 appears to be an infinite, standard, and abandoned mental hospital. The walls appear to be gray concrete, and the floor and ceiling are both made of the same material. The doors in Level 666.1 usually appear to be blue, and contain what various wanderers call mini-windows. However, it is also possible to find brown, wooden doors. Level 666.1 appears to be highly vandalized as well. Drawings can be randomly found on the doors. Holes are punched through many surfaces, and various graffiti can be found on the walls. The source of this graffiti is unknown, and has been theorized to be an entity of sorts. In addition, propaganda posters from the World War II era have been founded here, signifying a resemblance to the 1940s era. Level 699.6, a decaying void. Level 699.6 takes the form of an endless dark void, devoid of any gravitational forces and sound. When one enters this level, they will immediately feel the sensation of drowning wash over them. After around 40 seconds of struggling, the sensation will quickly subside, revealing a dark endless abyss. The entire level seems to be made up of a transparent, thick, pulsating substance. It has been described as syrup-like, making it relatively hard to maneuver around. Despite the wanderer being constantly surrounded by this odd fluid, it does not seem to affect breathing, sight, or any other bodily function. Because of that fact, they will still breathe as if they are breathing a gaseous material. Directly above the wanderer is a giant ball of light, providing a faint, cold white light for the level. The light itself seems to be around 9.5 light-years away, which would make the object extremely large, appearing the same size as a wanderer's hand at arm's length. Due to the immense distance, no attempts to reach the light have ever been carried out. Time is also significantly slowed to the point where an hour in Level 699.6 is the same as 15 hours in other levels of the Backrooms. Level 763.1, Infestation. Level 763.1, also commonly referred to as infestation, resembles of a structure full of interconnected rooms and corridors divided into several floors, just as same as its main level, Level 763. Wanderers who enter the level would be spawned in an abandoned room in the structure. The walls, floors and the ceilings of the corridors are built of the same dull beige tiles, made by an unknown anti-corrosive and soundproof material without any damage or cracks found on the surface. Level 763.2, Serenity. Level 763.2, also commonly referred to as Serenity, classified as a dead zone by the MEG Corporation. resembles of a structure full of interconnected rooms and corridors divided into several floors, just as same as its main level, level 763. Wanderers who enter the level will be spawned in a hallway on the first floor. The walls are made of cement and are painted green and white. No cracks or trace of broken walls are found on the floors. The floor of the structures are made by tiles created by an unknown substance. Possibly clear glass made from ores of quartz found from level 764, that could reflect anything onto the floor's surface. It is theorized that the green atmosphere in the entire level is caused by the floor reflecting only green light and absorbs other colors of light in the light spectrum from the lighting of the neon lights. Areas located at the first floor is often flooded with water, so it is recommended to bring any oxygen source to investigate.